Hello there, and how are you? Welcome to my regular show, Na Bola Kotha, the untold story from LB24 Midland. Today, I have a very interesting guest. She is a little princess. She's a young writer. She's going to tell us her untold story, the Na Bola Kotha. I'm going to introduce you to my guest. Hello, Iqra. Welcome to our studio. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
So, Iqra, you are a writer, and you write poems and you write stories as well.
Yes.
So, who inspired you to write?
Well, no one really inspired me. I inspired myself to write.
Right, okay. That's very talented, and I should say it's a God-gifted. When at the age of, you are such a young girl and you started thinking, writing poems and stories.
Yes.
Do you go to school? I'm sure you do go
Yes.
to school, yes. What year are you in?
I'm in year 6.
You're in year 6.
Yes.
So this is your final year.
Yeah.
So how well you are preparing for your SATs then?
I'm revising.
You're revising?
Yes.
Okay. So, your writing, does it actually, where did your writing come from? Like, as a young girl, you should be playing with toys and dolls and going out, playing in the park.
Well, I don't play with toys, but I do go out. But writing was a hobby and something I enjoy doing.
Oh, so this you used your whole imagination to write.
Yes.
And instead of writing long stories, like I'm sure you read lots of storybooks. What
Yes.
kind of storybooks do you read?
I read really adventurous books and books that are full with something that is from another world. I like those type of books.
Right, from another planet.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So from reading the stories, is that where you got the idea from, writing poems?
I got it from the author J.K. Rowling. I saw a movie about her life, and partially that inspired me to do writing and reading.
Writing and reading. So can you tell us any books name that you were really interested from the beginning? That book that you've enjoyed most reading?
The book that I've enjoyed is J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That's the first book she has written, and I really liked it.
So did you complete all the series of Harry Potter?
Yes, I read all of them.
And Roald Dahl?
Yes.
Right, okay. So can you tell us a little bit about your poems? What kind of poems do you enjoy writing?
I enjoy doing poems that go deep and make people think about what they are. Just think about the problems in the world and how you could solve them.
Oh, right, okay. So can you describe any poems for us? Like, I heard that you've wrote something about what's happening around the world.
Yes, I've written several poems about Syrian refugees and how terrorists are keep on attacking, and that's the main topic that I write about.
Okay, so you've wrote about that. So what makes you feel and think about those people out there not here?
It makes me feel really sad, and it just connects with me, and I feel like it's just a very sad and a very emotional topic to talk about because of all the bloodshed and the
My goodness, at this age, and you watch all that. I think most of the myself, I don't think so. I watch that much of Outer Global. So I'm sure your family probably listens to news and
Yeah.
other documentaries.
Mhm.
So this is where you actually picked up all that. Have you wrote any poems about the autumn? Like right now we're in autumn.
Yes, I have. In
You
school,
have?
we are doing poems, and there's a type of poem called a haiku. It's from Japan, and we are doing that, and we have to do it about autumn, and it's really fun to do that.
Right, okay. I heard you entertain your mom at home in the
Yes.
night when she's busy doing her work. So what kind of poems do you tell your mom? Do you have any poems with you today?
Yes.
Can
I
you
do.
read out one to us?
Yes. Peacocks are big and beautiful creatures. They have amazing features. They are they are a big part of nature. They are all beautiful in ways you cannot picture.
Right, okay. I'm sure my viewers out there, like, they're enjoying your poem and they're enjoying what you are telling us. And what kind of story do you write? You also write stories.
Yes.
Yes. So what inspired you to write stories?
Stories. Stories are something that's untold, something that you can make it anything about, and people will love it because the way you've written it, and that's why I love writing and reading stories.
Iqra, what else do you enjoy apart from writing?
I really like art, and I like being a kid sometimes, just being a kid instead of focusing about Syrian refugees. Like, that's something I would do when I'm really focusing on poems.
Right. Who adventures you at home? Like, you do a lot of writing. I'm sure, like, your brother, sister, they adventures you.
Yeah, a lot of my brothers and sisters go to different countries and they explore, and they come back and say really nice stories and like about the landmarks that they've seen, the famous landmarks, and that's really inspired me to get writing.
My God! So when they come and tell you about the adventures, then that's where you actually try and make up something to write a poem or a story.
Yes.
Wow, Iqra, does your friends, do they actually know that you are a writer and you can write so much good stories and beautiful poems?
Yes, I once brought my poem book to school because we were doing poems in year 5, and everyone was amazed, they were shocked, and all the teachers were really like shocked that a 9-year-old could do this, because I was 9 then, and they were shocked that I could do it.
So when did you first wrote your poem? Like at the age of what?
Age of 9.
Age of 9?
Yes.
I heard you actually contacted a publisher yourself.
Yes.
So what did you tell them about you?
They asked me their name, all of the information, and then they said that we're really interested to read and take your book and publish your book, but I had to type it up. But they said that because I'm 10 and I'm a kid, that it would really sell and it would become really big.
Right. Okay. So I'm sure soon you'll be Booker Prize owner.
Hopefully.
Yes. So can you also tell us like the poems that you've wrote about? I'm not sure that I was actually talking to one of your friends, and they said that you write different kind of poems, like not just which one was your best poem that you've wrote?
This is the poem that it was about Syrian refugees.
Would you like to read it out to my viewers there?
Yes. I hope I see my flowers again. I hope not to see bloodshed again. I'm missing my warm home again. I wish to forget about how my family died for you again. Can't you see what you are doing, causing us pain? All we can do is pray to see another day. Rest in peace, my beautiful flowers. I wish to see you again.
Wow, beautiful. You need a clap. Iqra, can you also tell me what do you want to be? Because at the age of you're very young, and you are doing so much, and I'm sure like you'll be there one day.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes. So what are your dreams like? What do you want to be?
My dreams, I do want to be an author, but as people have told me that it's a hobby and it's not the proper job. You need a backup job for that. And I would like to be someone who teaches English, and not in primary school or secondary school, someone in college or university.
So you want to become a lecturer or professor,
yes.
Not just a normal teacher in primary school. No. Have you told your teachers that?
I don't really talk about my poems with my teachers that much, so no, I haven't told them.
So you haven't told them yet?
No.
Oh, well, okay. So I'm sure they will find out one day that you are not thinking what they are, but you want to be like higher than them. Yes.
Yes.
So are you thinking of become an author, or do you want to work for like you at this age? You probably don't know. A writer can be a journalist as well. So
I would like to be an author, but someone told me that they would work hard at night, and that's what I think makes a really good book, because they would rather be sleeping, but they're determined to finish the book. So I would do that.
You want to do that, okay. So after contacting the publisher,
Yes.
did they say when your book will be released? Have they taken your poems from you?
No, because my poems are not copyright yet.
Okay.
So they haven't. They weren't really bothered about the poems. I didn't tell them about poems. I mostly called because I wanted them to know about my storybook. So that's what I wanted.
So they don't know anything about poem, but
No.
your storybook.
Yeah, they know about my storybook.
Storybook. So apart from the author, you want to become a professor. Is there anything else that you interest you?
I'm interested in being a doctor. I don't know. I feel like helping people to get better. That would be really nice.
You're such a caring. Do you know? I'm sure,
Thank you.
Iqra, you'll get there somewhere. Like being a maybe a doctor, maybe a professor, a lecturer in the university, and a writer as well. What about your brothers and sisters? Like, are they talented like you?
A lot of us don't really know that much about music, but we really like to just. All my brothers and sisters, one of my sisters are really good at art, and the rest of my sisters are just good at fashion, like my mom, and good at like different things, just a mixed ratio of different things.
Right. Okay. So that's going to be beneficial for you, isn't it, in the future?
Yes.
When you're going to publish your book, one of your brother or sister can do the artwork for you.
Yes.
And someone can design your book, and so you'll be getting all this help from them. So are you thinking of like, do you want to give your book a name? Like what name? Are you thinking of anything that you want to put down for your book?
I already have written a 10-chapter book.
Wow.
I haven't published or typed it up yet, but it will be soon, hopefully by next year, April. And it's called Boy with Chills, and I really love that book because it came from my personal life. A bit of it, so
bit of it you've taken from your own personal life, bit of it.
Yes.
So it's a story about a boy. It's an imaginary story. So what can you tell us a little bit about your story?
Well, my story is about just a boy who don't have his dad living with him, and his dad don't left out of the blue and didn't come back, and he has a grandma who lives in Italy, which is his mom's dad. And it's all about that, and it's just about, he has this supernatural feeling every time something goes wrong. He knows when something's going wrong, he gets these like shiver in
So
him.
it's like an adventure show, like
Yes.
Superman and Spider-Man, all of a sudden they turn into something. So your character is something like that?
Yes.
Well, okay. So finally, what I want to know about your poem is like, your poem does. Have you actually been to any of the like young talent shows, like where you can read out your stories? I'm sure like people searching for talented people like you.
I've entered 2 competitions writing competitions in my life. One was when I was 6, and the other one was when I was 9. And we had to write a short story, and I didn't get to win, but obviously it was a really good experience. I really liked being competitive, and like my thoughts were going crazy, and I couldn't manage all of them because I was thinking a lot.
Okay, Iqra, do you have any message for the viewers, the youngsters out there watching your show? I'm sure they will be inspired by you. Do you want to give any message to them?
I want to say that no matter if you can't spell or can't read, just give your imaginations a go. Try and just make it work, and try and write an autobiography. Your autobiography is about your life, and you will obviously your thoughts will flow because it's your life. And that's, as a writer myself, that's just my point of view on what you should do.
Well done, Iqra. I'm sure the youngsters will be inspired by you today, and thank you for being in our studio.
Welcome.
And I wish you all the luck in your study and what you are doing. And Iqra, I'm sure your future will be bright. I wish I had enough time. I'm going to invite you again in LB24 to give your interview once you've gone to another stage. So thank you very much being in our studio. Hello viewers, my young talent writer, she just told the untold story, the Na Bola Kotha. I am sure the youngsters out there watching Iqra's show, you must have enjoyed her show, you must have enjoyed her poems and the stories. And thank you very much for being with us, and I'll try and bring Iqra again for further poems. Thank you very much.